let's play games, get high scores. Who could ever ask for more? Thor will show you just what to do. Yes, you.
Hello, my Asgardian Minecrafters, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft, playing on the Otlichno server with my friends. And this week we've got loads to do. I've come up with a design which I think is going to transform the skyline, if you get what I mean, at Boiling Point, BP, Boiling Point. We come together here under the heaving bosom of Hulk Hogan, the Hogster, the Hulkamaniac, because just behind me, I'm not very good with it. Let's turn ourselves around here. Right. So I made a new portal. The portal is now up there, and this is spawn, of course. The portal was here, like just there. No reason for it to be there apart from the fact that everybody's so damn lazy that it was there and it stayed there for the rest of time. So now it lives up here. That's where it lives. That's where it's going to live. And it looks fine. Let's see if we can have a little fly up there. Come on. I'm struggling to get off the ground these days. My keyboard is a little funny. I'm not sure if it might be my space bar that's messing up a little bit, but my mate managed to spill basically a whole can of beer on it the other day. Oh, fantastic! Thanks very much. The same guy that wrote the theme song for the channel, and also the guy that I use the music for my time lapses. I mean, it was him. So thank you, Dominic Owen. You're incredible. Thanks. Somebody's decided that a bed lives up here. Now I don't want to break that because I'm not a terrible person. It might be somebody's spawn point. You never know. But what the frickin' hell's a bed doing right here? Oh, make a nice little thing so you can come out of the portal. You can look down. You can see out in all directions, and then there's a bed right there. That really works out nicely. So yeah, well, you know, things could be worse, I suppose. Let's just perch on the amazing Vigorman's castle here. Can I just do that little a little extra jump. So yeah, you see it's like a wiggling path that goes up. I think it fits the theme of the place pretty well. Also, it's very similar to stuff that I'm also building around, so it's like putting my own little touch on a little bit of spawn. So I like that. Anyway, I think we're going to get straight into some building. I'll just back to my place and just set up a time lapse, and you'll see what we will build this week. There'll already be a picture in the thumbnail, so I know that you know. But yeah, let's get over there and do that. And I think we'll do something a little different. I've got a couple of things I need to talk about during the time lapse, so I think I'll do it through the time lapse. Okay, so it's time for a little real talking with Thor. First thing I'm going to say is thank you for everybody who's been watching this particular series so much. It's fantastic to get great feedback from everybody, and it's wonderful to feel like there's a bit of community. Unfortunately, at the same time, the truth has to be said in the fact that the series is falling away somewhat from the views that I'd like. I don't think there's a hell of a lot that I can do about that, because unfortunately, I think, at least for the level that I can create videos and build and all the rest of it, I think I'm working somewhere at my limits. And when I think about the beginning of the season getting 160, I think the first 161 views, the first one, and then loads over the hundreds, and then it started skirting around 180s, and then the last couple have gone 58, 73, 45, and this 45 is the last episode now, so that was number 13, and that is much lower than I really want to support on this channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on creating videos on on this channel, of course, for Otlichno, and they're going to happen every other week. Now, in the week that is in between, that is probably going to go back to tutorial videos, because they've always done well on the channel. For those that watch the Otlichno series and enjoy it, though, I really don't mean this as to be like penalising the people that are watching, because I know it might appear that way, and it really isn't. I'm not trying to penalise anybody for anything. I'm just trying to keep myself happy and the viewers happy, and maybe drag in a couple more to watch. And you know, the bigger the channel gets, the more chance people have of watching my weekly content, the episodic content like Otlichno, and enjoying it and staying for the long haul, instead of being, you know, everybody's got 1,000 things they've got to watch on YouTube, and not every single video can make the cut. And obviously I'm going to be in that category when you're up against other YouTube creators with the millions of views. The whole FOMO thing gets a little larger when you're missing out on something that 200,000 people will watch, instead of just the 100 people that might watch one of my videos. So I hope that all makes sense. I would like, again though, just to sandwich this sort of little real talk with yet another thank you to everybody for watching the season, and the channel in general, because it is beyond my wildest imagination, the way that things have grown and getting past the 1,000 subscriber mark. Yeah, that the 1,000 is a good case in point. The 1,000, not subscriber special, but at least the announcement video got, I'll click onto it now, it got 70 views. So I've got a video that says 1,000 subs. Ha ha ha, amazing video. And it's got 70 views. So that kind of, I mean, after that though, I mean, there are other videos around the same place that get more, and so there are more people watching. Maybe people don't like announcements. Who could know such things? Anyway, I think I have waffled on for long enough. Let's get back, and well, you'll have been seeing it built, but let's have a few words now about what I've built here over at Boiling Point. Well, I do hope everybody's not too bummed out after my moaning about, it was like a diva rant about first world problems, wasn't it? God, sad old Thor. But if you're still here, it means you want to see what this thing looks like. It's on my left. You want to see what this thing looks like from different viewpoints around the town. Whoa, there's a good look straight away from the Larcy Pollock, of course. Wow, I'm really, this is exactly what I was after. I wanted this kind of level here to be smashed, totally cut down the middle by something huge, and this is that something huge. For those of you that say, oh my god, he's just made Big Ben, it's not Big Ben, all right? It just happens to be what I'd imagine a skyscraper would look like in the Georgian style, with a clock in the top of it. All right, it looks a lot like Big Ben. I didn't really mean it to, but it does, doesn't it? But that's not such a bad thing, because London is one of those cities that kind of just it lends itself really nicely to the steampunk look anyway. So I've got that there. I have ideas of having at least 2 more. I thought of having the same style but smaller on either side. Maybe, well, definitely not with a clock in it. And then kind of having, so where the clock bit is up there, I thought I might have like a runway coming out of either side, so there could be like sort of plane access or something that will land instead of floating, like this, like the Larcy Pollock. So I'm not 100% sure about that. Let's go take a little look closer up though, or let's have a look from all the ways in. So this is one of the, God, I'm so good at flying. So this is where you come in. main entrance. That there, especially with that little bit of fog. Ooh, nice. So prominent, it's right there, everybody can see it. It's part of the main skyline. It also makes like a nice little, that's a good shape right there. So we'll come in, we can still see it nearly until we're inside the gatehouse. We can still see it, and then we lose it. So hopefully we can see it from the other side of the gatehouse as well. Oh yes, we can. And loud and proud we can see it. So we can see this almost right until we're at the front doors of that. That is just so good, having that almost visible from any place in the town. First off, if you were in a town like this, you could always say, oh, it's towards the big clock tower. And that would be a good way to give directions to people. And this is going to be... I'm still going to sort this out, by the way. I really am. But yeah, you can see it from pretty much from anywhere. Oh, even down here, right up against this. There's a bit of a different view you get of it when you're close. Now you see here, you can't see the roof on it at all. And that's why I'd made this kind of little shape at the top there, so that it's still interesting even when you can't see the top. Even when you're so close, the top of it's not in view around the building itself. Let's get down here. Let's have a look from down here. Yeah, that feels really tall as well. Kind of get like a kind of weird vertigo feeling with the is it 3-point perspective that you get in? 4-point perspective? It's 4-point perspective you get. I could see through that for a minute there. How annoying. Well, don't do that forever, please. But yeah, it's great. It looks brilliant from all angles. Obviously, you know, I sound so modest at the moment. Oh, this is great. It's fantastic, actually. In fact, I think it's the best thing I've ever seen. But it does look good. I just mean, you know, I'm impressed by myself. Let's have a little look up the top. I didn't finish off the roof. That's why I've got some of this terracotta on me, the green terracotta. Yeah, there's like a little bit left to do here. I can't. Oh, yes, I can get up. I just got to... Oh, Jesus, flipping wept. What the... Oh, now I'm putting the... I forgot about the strength of the beacon, man. So let's get this down here. I don't think it also needs like a little spike on the top of it, although I have... well, I've considered it, we'll say, for the moment. Wow, this is... I'm not sure if it's a little bit laggy at the moment. It can't be laggy. It's never laggy over here, even when I've got huge, great big buildings like this. So, yeah, maybe there'll be a spike on the top of it as well. That's not for certain yet. But I've pretty much got all the windows in, I think. I've had like a couple of fly around it jobs, but a few flybys. And even from the back, I'm like, yeah, is that everything? Pretty much is. But can you see... you can't see anything when you're down here. But I've tried to make it so that... flaming what now? I've tried to make it look so that it's been built into the... Well, it has been built into the mountain. But that was a choice I made on purpose. First of all, I didn't want to have to... excuse me. I didn't want to have to build or to dig back too far into the mountain, even though I've had to. Inside, there's still some of the mountain in there, but that's by the by. It'll take a lot for me to start really filling in the inside. I'm playing it up now, but yes, it's going to take a lot for me to consider filling in all of the inside. That's not on the cards. What about from over here? It looks cool even from here. It looks cool even from here. A little house down there. Nice. But I'm seeing like a big puff of the smoke from over there. You know, with a little bit more TLC, with a bit more care and attention from this side, I think we could really have this place looking great from everywhere. Anyway, so here's a nice little look, just a little look in the dark of this place before I actually get some lights in there sometime soon. And I'd just like to say again, I'm really happy with this. But with the episodes coming once every 2 weeks now, this is the kind of thing that I'll be able to do every week. This kind of progress, this sort of level of Minecraft will be coming in each episode now, every other week. So I hope you at least agree with that. Please put in the comments what you think about my decision. If you think I'm giving up too early, then let me know. Or if there's anything that I could do to change the channel that you could recommend that will bring people back. But well, at least to this particular series. In the meantime, though, just for the end of this episode, we met up with a wonderful guy, Nochsta, this week, and we've gone and had a little look around his base, which, God, it's so dangerous around here still. We've gone and had a little look around his base, and we've come up with some ideas for relations between the two of our, get him, son, between our two nations, and also had a good look around over there. So I hope you enjoy these final few clips from this episode. Well, we are here with Nochsta, the wonderful dragon maker, building dragons supreme. Today we're going to get a little look around his base, and then hopefully we'll bring him over to ours and make him suffer through a little tour at our place as well. Obviously, to check out my base, check out Nochsta's video, and I'm sure if you want to check out a little look at my base, then no, the other way around. If you want to check out Nochsta's base, then continue watching my video and don't go anywhere because I need the views, actually, terribly.
Yeah, he does.
I do. The channel's dying on its ass. Okay. Well,
all right.
We're going to take a journey there. I think we'll do that off camera, unless something incredibly interesting happens on it. Who knows?
And we're now flying over the sands of Guile.
Yeah.
And this is the Drakenberg.
Yeah, I will have just brought us back like a couple of seconds ago because that was amazing. Oh, it's even from the back. I was looking from the wrong side. Do you know, it's great in the videos, but it's so much better in person.
Oh yeah.
It's just your
you
portal.
Need to do laps around it.
Just the portal. Yeah, this is incredible. I really like your rope bridge as well here. There's a couple of times I've been looking for a rope bridge design. I think I've now found the perfect person to copy.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's like actually hard to make a good looking one.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you can do lots of bridges, but nice rope bridges are hard.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, even a normal bridge I struggle with. Just for anybody watching my video, they need to check out your channel. Truly, mass exodus, come over and watch. This is, So where would you take me first on the tour?
Well, I can think of lots of things. Let's go over to that side. We'll check out Ichthus Tower, which is the structure I built to house my fish farm.
So was it really easy for you to come up with names? Because on my channel, we've been having a little joke about how rubbish Thor is at naming things.
Yeah, well, it does depend. I mean, well, in this case, it's just like big dragon on the front of everything.
Okay.
So this is Ichthus Tower. Inside, it's terrible.
Oh, right.
Here I go, just closing the door in your face. So, yeah, come check out my place. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess, mostly just a fish farm. But yeah, this is all the sorting and the stuff. And my enchanting library is down here. Alrighty, so we're going to take a flight. And we'll have a bit of a look at this thing from the sky. But then, if you fly around over this end, you can also see there's this lava fall down here, which is really nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But as well as looking nice, if you fly through this middle part of it.
Oh, what? I keep looking to try and work out where you're flying.
Yeah, so there's a big flat section in like the middle.
Yeah? Is it all okay, or am I going to hit my... Oh, here we go.
As long as you're in that big middle flat section.
Oh, yeah.
I'm be all right. And sometimes you face plant into the cave up there. Ideally, you want to kind of try and fly all the way through the tunnel.
Okay.
And this tunnel is mostly made with... Yeah, so basically I just dug mostly just a tunnel, like tiny, one high, whatever, single block tunnel, filled it up with TNT and blew it up to get the main shape of this, and then a little bit more TNT around the edges to kind of sculpt it and shape it.
Amazing.
But mostly just TNT, and then adding a few details like these pillars and stuff to kind of make it look good, and working on the water streams.
This is a totally bespoke cave then, made from scratch.
Pretty much, yep.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. It's not quite finished yet because it needs to connect to the main big cavern itself.
Yeah.
But don't worry too much about stuff getting blown up because stuff needs to get blown up anyway.
Okay.
As long as it's not you.
You're encouraging it,
So,
yeah?
yeah, this is the Drakkenmoor. Well, I think it's just Drakkenmoor. I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah?
I know the mountain's the Drakkenberg, but I think it's just Drakkenmoor.
So, like,
maybe.
Dragon
I'm not
Mouth,
sure.
then, I suppose, if we're...
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's pretty big.
Well, I
it's
say nice.
very
it's just
square
huge.
at the moment. Yep.
It's absolutely ginormous. What are you going to fill it with?
Yeah. Well, it'll mostly be hollow, but there'll be maybe a few platforms and probably some other dragon statues around the place. I want to have one that's like a cow farm, so just periodically he opens his mouth and shoots out burning arrows to cook the cows, which is pretty cool. But I need to figure out where that's actually going to fit. There'll probably be another lava entrance over in this corner because it's actually right near the edge.
Okay.
So it'll have less of a big tunnel. There's a few spots where I want to have like cool exits where you can just sit there, launch out your elytra, and it just opens a secret hole in the side which just pops open.
Ah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Because lava entrances are all very well, but they don't really work because you end up catching fire.
Oh.
Which isn't actually a problem if you don't mind catching fire just a little bit. But you do catch fire, and it feels unprofessional to catch fire.
I suppose.
Whereas on the way in, the water immediately extinguishes you, and you only take like half a heart.
I'm already feeling like I don't really want to go to my place anymore. It's like you've put in so much more raw brute force work than I have. And oh yeah, here we are at the front. Well, yeah, I suppose this is the front, is it?
Kind of the front, yeah.
Yeah.
Main south face.
Yeah, well, you standing here, you can look at both dragons in the face, can't you?
Yeah. This is like where the front door is.
Yeah, I get you.
And it's got the big emblem on the side of the cliff to show people this place belongs to me.
It truly is amazing. I love this place. You found a really nice bit of like terrain to build on as well.
Yeah.
Imagine you can find this in like normal Minecraft. If they
That would be pretty nice.
Oh, wouldn't it just be good? Like instead of that ridiculous amplified that they used to throw out, which is just ridiculous. This is really nice.
It's got some nice terrain.
Lowlands.
But yeah.
And tall bits. Taking the
yeah, it's got a pretty good balance to it.
It does. Taking the water level down by what is it? About 10 blocks lower on this server, I think. Just makes so much sense. You don't need any extra blocks. Have I just blown something? No, it wasn't me. Yeah, you don't need any extra blocks. It's all vanilla blocks, and it looks lovely.
All right, so I believe our plan was that we were going to have some kind of diplomatic relations.
Yes, we were.
Which pretty much just means we build stuff at each other's bases.
Absolutely, yes.
So if we go onto the north point of the Drakkenberg,
okay,
you can look out across the North Marches to Mount Borea, which is our nearest neighbor.
Okay.
Well, neighboring mountain. As far as villages go, there's the Borea village and Acacia, which are both pretty close.
Rightio. Oh, this looks so good in Optifine
Yep.
with the fog.
Ah.
It is lovely.
So what I figured would look really nice is if you built some kind of building kind of just on this northernmost point of the mountain.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like kind of like the older steampunky style ones with the lots of different levels and stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe a few like walkways around the side because there's like lots of different tiers of the mountain. Like you got this higher top level and then there's like the lower tier around there, and that's a couple of different levels there. So
Yeah.
that could look really nice. And then you could have like an airship dock with an airship maybe kind of flying halfway between here and Mount Gloria or something like that, or just a little bit, possibly even at the dock.
Okay. No, that sounds good. Yeah, like
That's
docked in.
kind of what I had in mind. And maybe I was thinking maybe slightly bigger than your small ones, or like bigger anyway, and more of that sausage shape.
Yeah,
So
like
possibly
a
like
Zeppelin
the
sort of
Larcy
shape.
Pollock sort of size, but maybe a little bit smaller than that.
Okie dokes, yeah.
Kind of what I thought would look nice. And it's a nice spot. You got the view over from here at Mount Boreal. You can see Petula Vale down there. There's the North Marches, I guess, is this area, and Lantern Hollow back there, and Scarwood Hill, and all these other places that I haven't named yet.
You are so good at naming things. Just, I hate to beg help, but at some point when I'm screaming out for a name for something, I'm just going to come to you. I'm going to be like, Nochsta, help me out. I need a name for something, and you're like the naming,
Yep.
Mr. Nomenclature.
Yeah, but like seriously though, name your places, like your landmarks, things like mountains, even just general biomes and stuff. Makes the place feel so much awesome when I've got like, you know, the river. It's the River Natala. It's not just the river that goes past my place.
Yeah.
And the valley of whatever instead of the thing.
Yeah.
Just makes the world feel so much more awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that's the difference. I mean, I've got a river, but that's called the wet bit, and I've got like a mountain that's called the high bit. I've got you know, bits next. That's, you know, like the shore. That's the dry bit. It's, you know, I totally get it, and I love it. I like coming up with backstories for things. Now, backstories and reasons for things to exist. I'm all over that. But naming, it's a level of well, artistic thought that I can't get. I just don't. It's not for Thor, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Oh well. But yeah, I can do that. So we'll have something coming off the side a little bit, or do you want to use this little bit that's down here as kind of like a starting plateau, and then kind of?
Yeah, could do that. Just pretty much go nuts. You're pretty good with the building stuff, so you figure something out. The only condition is it has to look good in my texture pack.
Oh.
So the block palette might need to be a little bit different.
There's a few other places that we could look from, but you've seen everything. But as already mentioned in your, you know, when we were over at your place having a little look around, the whole reason for this is for relations between our two civilizations. So,
indeed.
What was it that you'd offered to me in return for my services?
I'm going to build. So you've got like my place. You're building an embassy with a building with an airship. So your place, I'm going to build an embassy, which is a building with a dragon statue.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as style goes, I don't know. Really, I haven't thought too much about it.
Any style would be fine. Now I've got a bit of a left wing sort of left field sort of idea for this. If you'll follow me thusly, I have this whole island over here that, although is not 100% part of the main mountain, did you follow me? Oh, you're up there. Yeah. Even though it's not 100% part of this main mountain, it's still part of the chain, and I want to start including. If you look down here, this is some amazing gen. This is like next level terrain, and I want to kind of bring this in. Now the only way I can do that is to start building over here. Well, do you think that there's a way that we could maybe level off a little bit and get a little something, or even just kind of get the statue over here, and then I'll bring some. Or do you know what?
Yeah.
It might even be easier because I want to drag it over to this corner as well here. I just want it somewhere that I'm going to be able to see your beautiful dragon.
Yeah.
From other places. No, this is maybe not so good over here because of the all of the houses in the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. But like, it kind of sticks out, almost like a peninsula kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
it does come out a little way.
It would be good if he could like be standing out, looking over across the valley, going raw.
That would be incredible.
Perched on the edge.
A show of our military might and unity against all who may come and try and ruin that. Well, I think I can leave it up to you. Whatever you choose, I would trust. But I think this corner or that kind of like, well, it's not an island, but you know, that nub over there.
Peak thing.
Yeah, the little peak thing. Or anywhere else that you might choose ever. You know? You have full reign. As long as it's not up on those top couple of platforms over there, I am 100% behind you.
Awesome.
Excellent. Well, I think I'll leave that with you then. And now that we've had a little look around both of these bases, would you say we wrap this up and maybe even start thinking about how we're going to implement some of these ideas that we've given each other?
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, just breaking the fourth wall. This is the first time I've actually met Nochsta. We've chatted in chat a little bit, in typing in chat, but it was a true pleasure to meet you, sir. It really was.
Indeed.
What a lovely guy. I don't believe all they say about the people from your country anymore. and you don't even seem drunk, which really surprises me. What? I'm off.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah. Take it easy.